Hi everyone, it's Galen. Today I have a moose card and I am showing stenciling to make a frame around the moose. And so I use Stamps by Unity, Wild Surprises, and I have an 8-in-1 essential masking stencil. That's this big large stencil. It gives you 8 options for stenciling. I'm using the square, but I'm using the inner part of the square so that the moose will not have color on it, but the outside will. I did choose to add ink blending with this moose. I used distress ink and a blending brush, and I fastened the inner part of the stencil only with repositionable tape, and that is behind that square panel right over the moose. It is removable. So later on, I'll show you how I remove that tape. But I go ahead and initially I added a very light layer of the ink blending around the square, sort of like an eclipse look. I did a project earlier with a circle and it was eclipse stenciling. But in this case, I actually added a lot more of the ink blending because I chose a darker card background panel with pattern paper, and I thought that it needed to be a little darker and a little more rustic on the front. So I did go in off camera and added some more of the ink blending around it. So it's not really like an eclipse, but the technique is similar. So I will try to link that project as well. And so after I finished the first part of the ink blending, I went ahead and added color. I decided to use Copic markers. I only used a few colors, just a couple shades of tan and like a very light mint color and a yellow. And I just finished that mousse just very lightly, nothing fancy, just giving it a little interest so that this pops against that background paper we'll add later on. And then I also wanted a little bit of a shadow around the moose, not really completing the sky, but just adding a little outline in light mint blue to make it soften the look a little bit around the edges of the moose and the flowers at the bottom. So this is going to be placed on a dark green paper pack. I used Pixie Wild West paper pack by Unity, and I use scallops and banners nesting dies for the sentiment, and I use flat double-sided tape for all of the layering. This card is going to be flat for easy mailing and will take just one stamp. I know postage is increasing, and so I'm trying hard not to use foam tape, but sometimes you want it to pop a little bit more. And if I know I'm handing it to somebody, I definitely use foam tape. But for mailing, the flat tape works best for me. And so I just go ahead and layer all the pieces. The pattern paper, both of these patterns are from the same paper pack. And I just use craft cardstock to frame the little pieces there for the sentiment in the background. And there you have it. You just layer it right onto a white card base, or a craft card base would look nice too. And you're ready to go, all finished. I hope you like it and give it a try. Thanks so much for watching and have a wonderful day.